Hello dear friend, and welcome to On This Day SMR with me, Edward Hertz, where we take a look back through history at events which took place on this day. The rain is gently pittering and pattering away on the window, and the fire is crackling away nicely in the hearth. So put your headphones on, sit back, relax, and let me take you on a journey back through time. Today is Saturday the 16th of March 2024, and we have 49 events to cover, going all the way back to the year 934. Starting with the most recent event, which happened 2 years ago. The 7.4 magnitude earthquake occurs off the coast of Fukushima, Japan, killing 4 people and injuring 225. 3 years ago in 2021, Atlanta spa shootings. 8 people are killed and 1 is injured in a trio of shootings at spas in and near Atlanta, Georgia, US. The suspect is arrested the same day. 4 years ago in 2020, the Dow Jones Industrial Average falls by 2,997.10. The single largest point drop in history, and the second largest percentage drop ever at 12.93%. An even greater crash than Black Monday 1929. This follows the US Federal Reserve announcing that it will cut its target interest rate to 0 to 0.25%. Eight years ago in 2016, a bomb detonates in a bus carrying government employees in Peshawar, Pakistan, killing 15 and injuring at least 30. In the same year, 2 suicide bombers detonate their explosives at a mosque during morning prayer on the outskirts of Maiduguri, Nigeria, killing 24 and injuring 18. Ten years ago in 2014, Crimea votes in a controversial referendum to secede from Ukraine to join Russia. 12 years ago in 2012, former Indian cricketer Sachin Tendulkar becomes the first batter in history to score 100 centuries in international cricket. 14 years ago in 2010, the Kasubi Tombs, Uganda's only cultural World Heritage Site, are destroyed in a fire. 19 years ago in 2005, Israel officially hands over Jericho to Palestinian control. 21 years ago in 2003, American activist Rachel Corrie is killed in Rafah by being run over by an Israel Defense Forces bulldozer while trying to obstruct the demolition of a home. 23 years ago in 2001, a series of bomb blasts in the city of Shijiazhuang, China, kill 108 people and injure 38 others, the biggest mass murder in China in decades. 29 years ago in 1995, Mississippi formally ratifies the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, becoming the last state to approve the abolition of slavery. The 13th Amendment was officially ratified in 1865. "36 years ago in 1988, Iran-Contra affair. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North and Vice Admiral John Poindexter are indicted on charges of conspiracy to defraud the United States. In the same year, Halabja chemical attack. The Kurdish town of Halabja in Iraq is attacked with a mix of poison gas and nerve agents on the orders of Saddam Hussein, killing 5,000 people and injuring about 10,000 people. Also in the same year, in the Troubles, Ulster Loyalist militant Michael Stone attacks a provisional IRA funeral in Belfast with pistols and grenades. 3 persons, one of them a member of PIRA, are killed, and more than 60 others are wounded. 39 years ago in 1985, Associated Press newsman Terry Anderson is taken hostage in Beirut. He is not released until December 1991. 40 years ago in 1984, William Buckley, the CIA station chief in Lebanon, is kidnapped by Hezbollah. He later dies in captivity. 45 years ago in 1979, in the Sino-Vietnamese War, the People's Liberation Army crosses the border back into China, ending the war. 46 years ago in 1978, former Italian Prime Minister Aldo Moro is kidnapped. He is later murdered by his captors. In the same year, a Balkan Bulgarian Airlines Tupolev Tu-134 crashes near Gabare, Bulgaria, killing 73. Also in the same year, supertanker Amoco Cadiz splits in 2 after running aground in the Portstall Rocks 3 miles off the coast of Brittany, resulting in the largest oil spill in history at that time. 47 years ago in 1977, assassination of Kamal Jumblat, the main leader of the anti-government forces in the Lebanese civil war. 55 years ago in 1969, a Viasa McDonnell Douglas DC-9 crashes in Maracaibo, Venezuela, killing 155. 56 years ago in 1968, in the Vietnam War, My Lai massacre occurs. Between 347 and 500 Vietnamese villagers are killed by American troops. 58 years ago in 1966, launch of Gemini 8 with astronauts Neil Armstrong and David Scott. It would perform the first docking of 2 spacecraft in orbit. 62 years ago in 1962, Flying Tiger Line Flight 739 disappears in the Western Pacific Ocean, with all 107 aboard missing and presumed dead. 79 years ago in 1945, in World War II, the Battle of Iwo Jima ends, but small pockets of Japanese resistance persists. In the same year, 90% of Würzburg, Germany is destroyed in only 20 minutes by British bombers, resulting in at least 4,000 deaths. "83 years ago in 1941, Operation Appearance takes place to re-establish British Somaliland. 85 years ago in 1939, from Prague Castle, Hitler proclaims Bohemia and Moravia a German protectorate. 88 years ago in 1936, warmer than normal temperatures rapidly melt snow and ice on the upper Allegheny and Monongahela rivers, leading to a major flood in Pittsburgh. 89 years ago in 1935, Adolf Hitler orders Germany to rearm herself in violation of the Treaty of Versailles. Conscription is reintroduced to form the Wehrmacht. "98 years ago in 1926. History of rocketry. Robert Goddard launches the first liquid-fueled rocket at Auburn, Massachusetts. 99 years ago in 1925, an earthquake measuring around 7 magnitude occurs in Dali, China, killing an estimated 5,000 people. 100 years ago in 1924, in accordance with the Treaty of Rome, Fiume becomes annexed as part of Italy. 106 years ago in 1918, in the Finnish Civil War, Battle of Lankipoja is infamous for its bloody aftermath as the Whites execute 70 to 100 capitulated Reds. 108 years ago in 1916, the 7th and 10th US Cavalry Regiments under John J. Pershing cross the US-Mexico border to join the hunt for Pancho Villa. 126 years ago in 1898, in Melbourne, the representatives of 5 colonies adopt a constitution which would become the basis of the Commonwealth of Australia. 152 years ago in 1872, the Wanderers FC win the first FA Cup, the oldest football competition in the world, beating Royal Engineers AFC 1-0 at the Oval in Kennington, London. 209 years ago in 1815, Prince Willem proclaims himself King of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands, the first constitutional monarch in the Netherlands. 222 years ago in 1802, the Army Corps of Engineers is established to found and operate the United States Military Academy at West Point. 232 years ago in 1792, King Gustav III of Sweden is shot. He dies on March the 29th. 328 years ago in 1696, the Dutch bombard Givet during the 9 Years' War. 364 years ago in 1660, the Long Parliament of England is dissolved so as to prepare for the new Convention Parliament. 403 years ago in 1621, Somerset, a Mohegan, visits the settlers of Plymouth Colony and greets them, "Welcome, Englishmen. My name is Somerset." 669 years ago in 1355, amidst the Red Turban rebellions, Han Liner, acclaimed descendant of Emperor Huizong of Song, is proclaimed emperor of the restored Song dynasty in Bozu. 780 years ago in 1244, over 200 Cathars who refused to recant are burnt to death after the fall of Montségur. 834 years ago in 1190, massacre of Jews at Clifford's Tower, York. 1090 years ago in the year 934, Meng Zhejiang declares himself emperor and establishes the later Shu as a new state independent of the later Tang. So that is all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you found our little trip back through history both relaxing and informative. If you did indeed like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and also consider leaving a comment below. All feedback is very much welcome. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. It will really help the channel grow and will ensure that you are notified of future videos. Be sure to turn on notifications so that you are notified of future videos as soon as they are posted. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.